Ended up watching Civil War last night. Was gonna do a review last night, but I decided to let myself sleep on it, see if maybe my score would go up or down. I'll give my score at the end of the review, and then I'll let you know if it did go up or down from what I previously scored it walking out of the movie theater. First things first, let's talk about the positives of this film. Black Panther, to me, was the best character in the film. It's kind of to the point where I really cannot wait to see his solo film. Me, I don't really know a ton about Black Panther, but hell, he's a G. I loved him in this movie. I loved him. Every scene he was in, I thought he just stole the show. Except for the scene where Spider-Man was in. I also loved Spider-Man. And what Marvel did with hiring essentially a teenager to play Peter Parker is genius. Hearing him in the movie talk and sound like a child, or not a child, but a young adult, was so refreshing. It felt like I was literally watching a comic book on the big screen. I also enjoyed the action. The action was top notch. Now, some other people have said it's the best action of any comic book movie ever. That's not the case. Don't go in there expecting that because you might end up saying that it is when you walk out. But if you go in expecting it, you're definitely not going to think that because I can already name four movies, in my opinion, that had better action. But the action in this was great. It was exciting. It was very personal. I felt that all the characters were done well, except for Baron Zemo. The villain was just, to me, the movie would have probably been a lot better for me if he wasn't even in it. He was really worthless, in my opinion. His plan was weak. His plan was kind of, I'll just say this, why did you take so long to do this? Then, I mean, we get into essentially, I think what made this movie so great is that the verses is throughout the whole film. You've got Iron Man versus Captain America the entire time, and I think that's what a lot of people had problems with BVS. That's what they wanted was BVS, and I feel that because they got this with this movie, it's definitely getting higher praise than maybe it normally would have. I will say that the story is not as clean as Winter Soldier, and I felt the pacing was nowhere near as good. There were parts where I really felt the movie just kind of hit like a wall. Like it was just, I'm like, please move on to something else. Um, Another thing I guess I didn't like about the film was that, and it's just Marvel films in general. I don't know. Maybe I just have a problem with the way they do their comedy sometimes because I hated it in Age of Ultron. But it's like there's a couple scenes where they begin to really hit on things that I think every superhero should do at some point. And it's like right when they start getting into the deeper things of what these heroes are, they have to throw in a joke to lighten the mood. Like, oh, make sure, the kids can laugh because they may not understand what's happening here. And it kind of takes you out of the scene. Again, nowhere near as bad as Age of Ultron. In fact, there are only a handful of instances where I felt that. But I will say that the comedy in this film probably worked for me as good as the comedy in Guardians of the Galaxy. It wasn't as funny at times, but it worked. I mean, all Spider-Man's lines just had me smiling and grinning throughout the entire thing. Had me laughing. Another dude that steals the show in this film is Ant-Man. He was great. And I thought his solo movie was okay. But after this, I'll probably have to go rewatch Ant-Man because I like the dude. He's funny. He makes me laugh. Oh, sorry guys, my phone ended up going off. Put that on silent. Um, let's see. Honestly, it's overall a great film. I will end up doing a spoiler review probably a week before the movie releases, in case you guys want to check that out if you've already seen it. All I ask is that don't post spoilers in the comments. I hope that people can kind of go see the spoiler free. Not that there's a bunch of huge spoilers, but still, you should be able to enjoy the film. Overall, my score would be an 8.8 out of 10. Now, when I walked out of the theater, I did give it a 9 out of 10, but after thinking about it, I can't give it a 9. The things it does well, it does amazingly. They kind of beat you over the head a bit with a few of the things, but overall the story is cohesive, it's fluid. There's not a ton of jumping around. You do get a couple flashbacks, which is nice, but I have to mark it low because of just how convenient everything was for the film. But overall, guys, amazing film. Go check it out when it releases on May 5th. It's it's a blast. You're gonna have fun. Your friend, everyone. Honestly, I will say this: I don't think there's anyone that'll watch this film that won't at least enjoy some parts of it and walk out with a smile on their face. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Let me know if you've seen the movie, what you thought of it, what you gave your overall score. Please don't post spoilers, and I'll see you guys next time.